Lego from Boya.
Keep it moving.
The novelty says it real pretty. She says keep it moving.
Left, right, 1, 2. Left, right, 3.
I like it.
Keep it moving.
Hey Mark, how are you? Always a pleasure to see you, fam.
In a positive.
Yes, man.
Left, right, left, right. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Isaiah 59:19 says, when the enemy comes in like a flood, our God will raise up a standard against them.
Get a la scripture and the thing to go on novelty. Cool, man. I like it. It's a big tune, ladies and gentlemen. When I say proper. Message and all. When we get the message and we get the message sounding so beautiful, we gotta embrace it, man. We gotta love it. We gotta share it. But here's the deal. We're getting into this conversation right about now, because I've been having some convo lately with some folks about this word support. As with everything, we see things from the vantage point that favors us a lot of times. You know what I mean? Support. People do have the right to support and to not support what they choose to or choose not to, right? Until, of course, it's supporting our endeavors. That's how it's looked upon, right? Me personally, I do my endeavors and I do hope for the support of the masses, but I don't go out there with expectations, all right? Nothing is given, nothing else is owed. So no one's obligated to support anything. If it's something that reaches you, something that touches you, and you choose to support, then I appreciate you. And when it says support, it's not always about monetary support. We're talking about just championing a cause and getting behind and giving some strength. But people have a tendency to pressure folks for that support too, you know? It's like the salespeople. It's like the people who they somehow get involved in the pyramid scheme. They somehow get involved in some form of venture that's coming up. Remember the old them and them thing there? And they come to you, a friend or a family member, for support, because that's exactly what it is, right? Desmond, big up yourself every time. But if they don't get that support, you can see it's almost like being offended. You can see the disgruntlement, and sometimes you don't have to see it. Sometimes it's expressed, and they make it clear. But again, at the end of the day, that support thing it's somebody's choice as to whether they want to support you or not. Because here's a crazy thing. We don't jump down the political aisle, but even now, when people lend their support to political factions that you're not in favor of, you have you may not say it to them, or feel you don't have the right to, mark you, but you're looking at it as, wow, they're supporting over there, but that's support, and somebody got their support. So that should teach you that people have the right to support who they want, when they want, right? Where they want, how they want. Now, here's the thing. We're going to call a spade a spade. Honor everything with support. Honor everything you can support. If a loved one, a friend, a family member does something that doesn't sit well with your moral compass, you know what I mean? You don't have to support it. You don't have to hate on it. And some people like to make it seem like they're polar opposites. If somebody's not supporting a venture or your venture, then they're hating on your venture. It's not true. The fact that somebody doesn't champion your cause doesn't mean that they're wishing ill on your cause. It's just not something for them to support. Now, I implore everybody, go out there and vote. Whomever you choose to vote, go out there and put your voice out there, because at the end of the day, if you don't do so, then you don't have the right to speak or complain. You know what I'm saying? I've had a conversation with people who complain about the system as they put it and how things go, but they don't vote. So what I would ask you respectfully to do is to shut the hell up, right? If you go make the effort to go out there, go voice your constitutional right, then when things don't go your way, you don't have the right to voice anything. You get me? Whether or not whomever you wanted to or you supported or you voted for won, the fact that you didn't say nothing, didn't do anything, didn't do your part, then you just can't say nothing, right? Now, here's the thing when it comes to the support thing. I got to large up, and Thursday, I'm actually going to have in studio with me Kay Mara. She's in Palm Bay. And I spoke to her before on here. She called in one day on the midday link up. We spoke. She's running for mayor in Palm Bay, right? And again, when we talk about that support thing, nobody's obligated to support. Kay is somebody I've known. I mean, I'm not gonna say we grew up as friends, but I knew her in primary school. She was a classmate of mine, and then we lost touch. Of course, Jamaican school goes. You go separate ways as soon as high school comes because it's not relegated by zip code like it is here, right? So we go our separate ways. But she's always somebody I've always known, admired, respected. You know what I mean? We cross paths every now and then and whatnot. And now she's working on making history in Palm Bay, not only being the first woman, but being the first African-American woman. And not only that, but going to be the first, let me not say African-American, black woman. And then also, let me say, going to be the first Jamaican to be mayor of Palm Bay. Now, politics is politics. I don't know the ins and outs of that part of it. But as an individual, she has always been somebody that I've admired and respected. So it's easy for me to lend my support there, right? You have other folks that, here, they're in the game of politics, and I can't lend my support. It doesn't mean I'm not saying do your thing, but I am not going to go out there and champion a cause that I know not very much about. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm a little bit too busy right now to do a lot of the research. And unfortunately, when I start doing the research, it doesn't normally go in the favor of either. Because we're talking about politics, we're talking about people who have their own agendas. And when I say politics, it doesn't necessarily mean local government or national government. Talking about just little endeavors that come up, but the agenda is pretty obvious from the inception, right? Can't lend the support to it. It doesn't mean I wish you any ill. Do your thing. Do your thing, right? But again, when it comes to this whole support thing, if you do what you do and you do it for the right reasons and you ask for support, then I hope you get your support. But if you don't get your support, then that person's not an enemy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get the support from somebody, it doesn't mean they're against you. A lot of times, I have a lot of Rasta brethren, right? I mean, I have brethren who have restaurants and I'm a serve all kind of things that the Rasta man not eat. Him can't come support that because it's just not his thing. It doesn't mean though that he's wishing you any ill and any lack of success. So when it comes to this whole support thing, it's not an entitlement. If somebody don't support what you do, you'd hope that they do. And I feel like people can support the causes a lot more when they're not deep-rooted. So if somebody's just selling food, I think you can get support easier. If you're just selling clothes, you can get support easier. But when you're talking about causes that go deeper than that, people have to do the research. Sometimes there are things that don't align with their beliefs, and they do have the right to not necessarily lend that support. It doesn't mean they don't wish you well, but it's just not a cause that they can wholeheartedly put on their shoulder and lend that support. Right? That's one end of it. Now, you also have, because I talked to, and this is you also have folks that have their endeavors going on, and then now the pull down thing is an issue. All right? I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and from my understanding, it happens a lot with the ladies, more than anything else. A lot more with the ladies. Where, you remember when you're in high school and you'd see a bunch of girls hanging out and you could see the roles that they play? She's the hot chick. You know what I'm saying? And she keeps this one and that one around because the attention will be more on her. You get me? And then you have the bully of the bunch. The one person who it's always their way. If they don't get their way, then it's a problem. Everybody else's duty and goal within that clique or that group is to be a stool for that person to step on. I'm Omar Shepherd, Wagwan family. Omar, it's the new mantra. If you're not with me, you're against me. And entitlement that breed these mentalities. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, fam. But a lot of times you see a lot of people too, and they're together as a so-called unit, in air quotes. But they're not a unit. It's people exploiting each other. And sometimes they all exploit each other, but it's just who's getting exploited at the moment. And of course, that person's complaining. So it's like, well, yeah, do this to me. Until it is your turn to do something back to the other person. And it's an unhealthy union. It's an unhealthy group. It's an unhealthy friendship. And then you see, oh, well, you're not supporting me on my endeavor. Whenever I'm going through something and I bring it to you, then what I get back from you is negativity, not support. I am always the believer in, honestly, if I have something good for say, because I've been in situations where people have come up, but everybody has their own, everybody goes through stuff and everybody processes things. I have friends that, we always talk about honesty. Let's be honest. Let's just tell them the truth and whatever the case may be. Sometimes I don't, because the truth is not always what everybody wants to hear. And I will straight up ask you sometimes, so are you asking me for an answer or are you asking me for the truth? Because we all know the people who can't digest the truth, right? We got our friends, we got our family members that cannot digest the truth. So a lot of times when they come to you with something, they're not bouncing ideas. What they're coming to you for is an ear to vent. Just sit down and listen. So I'm good at that. I'll just sit and listen. But if you ask me for my feedback now, well, go on, Cindy. The big thing is, Nicole, how are you? Lita, what's going on? Are you asking me for an answer or are you asking me for the truth, right? So sometimes you're dead wrong. You're my friend, you're my homie, my people, and you're dead wrong. And if you really want the truth, I'm going to tell you you're dead wrong. But I'm talking about this situation right here, this thing we're talking about. If I tell you you're dead wrong about this, I'm not telling you you're dead wrong about life. I'm not telling you you're dead wrong about who you are. I'm not telling you you're not a good person. I'm saying this particular subject that we're talking about right now, this thing that you brought up that you're asking me to champion, I can't champion because you're dead wrong, in my opinion at least. All right? So, again, as human beings, as family members, as spouses, as children, as parents, we have to realize and that support thing, that championing, that the whole concept of ride or die is what have made many die. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm your ride or die until it comes time to dying. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. I'm not the ride or die. I just ain't. I'm going to give you the logic. No, if you're right, then I'm with you. And when I say right, I mean from my perspective. I'm with you. All right? I tell my kid this all the time. Always have your back. Always have your back. It does not mean that I'm your choir. I'm not your chorus line. I'm not going to tell you that you're right all the time. If you're wrong, but you're still mine. I still love you. I'm going to defend you to the ground. Right? From ill, from harm, while letting you know you're dead wrong. Right? Sometimes that is support. Sometimes supporting somebody is letting them know that there's a precipice over there. You know what I'm saying? They driving toward the cliff and they want your support to keep them driving. But you have to sometimes be the true friend and say, hear me, man. Our precipice is over there. There's a cliff up ahead. And sometimes not giving them the momentum support is giving them all the support they need. At the end of the day, remember, when you ask for something, there's no obligatory thing on the other end of it that you get a yes, right? You go to get a loan, you don't always get a yes, right? Right? You go to get, you don't always get a yes. And you're not always supposed to get a yes. One of my kids growing up there, sometimes I used to tell her no when she wants stuff. And it wasn't because I didn't have the money. It wasn't because I couldn't afford it. It wasn't because I couldn't take her there. It's because I think that in her growth, she needs to hear no sometimes. Because when we don't say no, people develop a sense of entitlement, right? Again, and I always got to use my ladies, for example, because I have conversations with the ladies more than anything else. You know, I find that men, and ladies, you could chime in, I find that men deal with rejection a lot better because from a gender standpoint, women oftentimes aren't accustomed to hearing no. Why? Just because societally, a man try to get with you, you hear anything you want to hear. From your little child that grew up, you are the one they're going after. And I'm choosing my words carefully here, right? The man that come after you, trying to get with you. So for the most, and I'm talking about, I use the word man, but we can't talk about boy. I'm talking about from a baby, right? Things going your way because you're a female and you're attractive and they're trying to get with you. So a lot of times what you're asking for is a bit outlandish. What you want, get off the bike, let me ride the bike. Yeah. I want to play with that first. Yeah. I want this. Can I have that? Yeah. So a lot of times, by the time you become an adult, and then of course, again, you're growing up, you have the dynamics of a male and female, brother and sister. For the most part, no matter what happens, the little girl always gets away, right? Because she's a girl. Do not hit your sister. But she hit me first. I don't care. right? And then in private now you'll be like, don't put your hands on boys. Do not hit them because they're bigger and stronger and they'll hit you and you'll hurt. Don't do it. But out in the general public, what we say, don't hit your sister. Don't hit your female cousin. Don't do that, right? Be nice to her. Play with her. Let her have that, right? She's a girl, right? So what happened pretty much, we nurture certain things and then come in adulthood now, it's a little struggle to hear no because you're not used to that. Men, on the other hand, I think deal with the no situation a little better because they're almost used to hearing no. No comes along with the territory. Again, it chimes into that whole support thing. Everybody, we're in the era right now when everybody's trying to do their thing. But if you don't get the support, then we griping and we complaining and we go on social media and we start blast. No support, the community, the this and that, and all right, I hope my restaurant today or I'm selling some food and whatever the case may be, more on the support from the people. I'm going to come out there and I'm taste the jerk chicken and the jerk chicken tastes like fish, right? I'm going to come out there and get that fish and the fish tastes like breadfruit, right? Me can't support that. So while I wish you well, I can't go out there and tell the people, I'm say, yo, that thing ain't proper, right? Can't do it. Can't do it, right? There's people who are out there doing them thing, DJs. Their skills on the ones and twos may be great, but it's a business and professionalism is required, right? And I know some people who are great on the ones and twos, but not very professional. Some people that are professional, but not very good on the ones and twos, right? So whenever stuff come up and people come to me and say, hey, can you DJ this event for me? I say, no, respectfully, no, I'm not a DJ. All right, you may hear me playing some music. I'm just sharing what's in my headphone, but to be there with you for 2 hours, rocking out and just doing whatever, I ain't got no time for that. I'm trying to come to the party and enjoy myself like everybody else. That's work. But let me recommend somebody for you. And I'm going to say, yo, TC, you available? It's my first. TC, you available? Or somebody else who is not just good at playing, but professional, where somebody's not going to call me and tell me, say, you know, say, it's the day of the event and the brother no link me back, or it's the day of the event and you know, so the person already late, or them come and them claim say one of the speaker get arrested. I don't know. You know what I mean? Putting my name on the line and all them things, I got to do it I got to do it the way I'm supposed to do it, which is pretty much, if I'm vouching for it, I'm vouching for it. So I can't necessarily, it doesn't mean I wish you any ill. Do your thing. But you're asking for support. I might not be able to do that. And then the problem also comes into play when it's not about, for most people, that you're not supporting their venture or whatever they're doing. A lot of time is, you not support me, but you support him. How many times have we come across that? Where by the end of the conversation, you realize that, hey, wow, it's not that them not supporting you that is your issue. But your issue is they're not supporting you and you think they're supporting somebody else. Is what it is, right? Is what it is. Well, go on, Mish. How are you? But it's when the good people are out there doing good things and doing it well. Support all day, and you're going to get the support from me. Hama Films, got to support Hama Films. You know what I mean? Got to support Caution. Mish the model, got to support Mish the model doing what she does. You know what I mean? My brother TC Flex, one of the best DJs in the business. If y'all know, if you don't know, go ask somebody. I got to support. Because at the end of the day, these are folks that if I need something done for me, that's who I'm looking for. I've been in situations where I have an event coming up and I reach out to these people, and if them can't make it, sometimes I rearrange the schedule because I need not just the talent, but I also need the professionalism and all else that comes with it. So that's why I stick with the same set. But it doesn't mean I'm not supporting others and I don't support. But at the end of the day, I support those who have earned that. You know what I mean? But even them, it's not an entitlement thing. If one day I decide, say, okay, that thing there go on and I link another, I link DJ Kevin Stew. TC, I'm my brother TC not gonna vex with that and so I not support him. If I link TC if you do a gig, Kevin Stew not gonna link me and say, oh, my brother not support me. But others will. You know what I'm saying? Others will. But again, we want to hold on to it and realize that nothing is obligatory. Nobody's obligated to anything. All right. So support is not something that you're entitled to, not even from your loved ones. All right. Support is not so, and support doesn't always come in the way you see it or want it. All right. I got to big up Don Reed again, for Fern Court alumni. Somebody I went to school with and worked at NCB with, doing fantastic right now. He's, you've seen him on the show here doing his music and stuff, but an integral part of the NCB Jamaica family, and putting on an event. I'll share the flyer with you guys on social media in support of K. Mara running for mayor of Palm Bay. And then having a conversation, it's not just because I know K from long time or whatever the case may be. It's because of what you know of K. As somebody you can stand behind as a person, as an individual. I'm going to lend me support. Right? Now, again, it's politics. So after I done lend the support, me no want, regardless of what happened after that, me no want nobody come back to me and say, yo, you lend your support, just see what happened. Nope, didn't see it. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm just lending my support because she deserves that support. I support her cause. Again, somebody who I feel confident in standing behind and supporting. And I'm going to get her again on the program. We're going to talk about it this week. Get some of your favorite artists who will be supporting her cause to come on the program. We're going to talk. You know what I mean? But again, support. And not something where you're entitled to, fam. If somebody taught you in your upbringing, whether it be grandma, mom's, dad, whomever taught you that once you're doing something you're entitled to support, slap them, man. Tell them they're wrong. They have done you an injustice throughout the years. Support is not something you're entitled to. And at the end of the day, a whole heap of time people ask for support for some things when they're worthy of support. All right? Now, you're attached to it because it's your venture. So you think the world of it. Then cool. Support yourself. You understand me? But at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't give you that support, don't be mad at them for it. And I'm going to drop another thing for a lot of people too. Tons of people, hey Gene, how are you? Tons of people ask for support on a daily basis. Right? You don't know who, especially when it comes to financial support. Supporting in cash, supporting in kind. Sometimes you reach out to somebody for a support and you are the seventh person that has reached out, and maybe they supported the first four, but they're just not in a position to support you too. How you gonna be mad? You can't support every venture. Sometimes somebody comes, I've had my god kids and I'm known as the sucker, the uncle that's a sucker. So, if you want to hear yes, go see Uncle Greg. You know what I mean? If you want to make sure, you never say no, go see. It's all good. I love that's my kids, whatever. After they reach a certain age, it don't sound the same, right? They'll tell you. But for the little ones, I'm a sucker. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I've had some folks who say, hey, can you support this? My kid is having this going on at school, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, wish I could, but I can't. I don't owe an explanation, so I'm not going to give you an explanation. But I've already supported 9 different Girl Scouts. Right? I've met my quota, tapped out, right? It doesn't mean that it's something for you to now be mad at because I ain't support you. And I'm just using that as an example. All right? When you ask somebody for a support and you say, yo, may I have an event Thursday night at such and such a time? Maybe they've committed to going somewhere else Thursday night at such and such a time. And they don't owe you that explanation. It's just a matter of, listen, can't do it, but good luck with the venture and whatever the case may be. Don't mean for you to tomorrow go on social media, I blast your subliminals. And I call people's names to other people and so forth. That's whack. Whack. What you say, Kojo? Support come from within. We all need to support each other. No man is an island. No man stands alone. We have to uplift each other to make it. Absolutely true. And that's what I'm saying. You do need support. But at the end of the day, you're not entitled to it. You know what I'm saying? You're not entitled to it because, truth be told, you may have a venture that conflicts with the other person. So, all right, suppose you open your brand new abortion clinic. And again, me feel like to each his own, right? Suppose you open your brand new abortion clinic, the best technology in there, and the best doctors in there. But you got a friend that don't believe in that, and they don't support you. You mad at that? Again, you open up the best jerk pork spot, but your brethren don't eat pork, and them can't support the thing. You gonna be mad at that? We're not entitled to no support, all right? When you get it, be grateful for it, because again, at the end of the day, the support that you're asking for, 9 times out of 10, you not necessarily give yourself. You know what I mean? Where it's a novelty. Support is earned and is mutual. One hand washes the other. It's all about community and empowerment, encouraging people's hard work and helping them develop them dreams. So true. So true. Pending. It's something I can support. A perfect example is me. I'm on a bunch of radio stations doing what we're doing. We have the podcast, right? Goes up. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, please do. It's Homegrown with G Cole. It's available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast, we are there. All right? Check it out. And I have people, brand spanking new music. Come on. Novelty just dropped a brand new joint. We could pull that up all the time because, one, I love the song. It's dope. It's fire. But I also love the message, right? I have brethren who drop music that is the vibes nice, the energy nice, the rhythm nice, whatever case may be. The message on the other hand, I can't side with, so I can't play that. Right? They sometimes look at it as lack of support. Can't do that. Me personally, certain things been a big. I'm not playing out music talking about shooting up, killing up, degrading our women. No, it not happen. But if you're my virgin and you make the song and I don't play it, furthermore, I'm not listening to it, you're going to be mad at me because I didn't support it and we're supposed to support you because of community? Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. All right? But it doesn't mean we're not cool. It doesn't mean that when I'm having Thanksgiving, you're not invited, and Christmas dinner, you're not invited. Of course you're invited. You're my people. Me and my family. I expect you to be there. And if you're having yours, I'm going to be there. And if you're having a baby shower, I'm going to be there, right? And if you're hurting for a loss, I'm going to be there for you to give your shoulder to support, right? And if you're going through some financial issues and I can help out, then guess what? I'm going to be there. But that song ain't making its way under the playlist. What you going to do? Be mad at me because I support that? Nah, player. It don't work that way there. You know what I mean? It just don't work that way there. I'm just saying that from the vantage point of support is a wonderful thing, but like many other things, it's even the concept of it being earned. You earn support on an individual basis, right? You earn support on a project basis, right? I'm gonna support that project. But I'm not going to support the next project if it ain't something that aligns with what I do support, right? So again, the concept of you earn the support and you as the person all the time is going to earn the support. It's the thing and the endeavor that you're asking the support for. You know what I mean? So we got to think about it from that vantage point. Now stop put pressure upon people, because with pressure on people, I'm a not give a damn kind of guy. But we have some people out here that are affected by it. You don't pressure them and make them feel away because they weren't able to support your thing. And now them vex and you vex and them feel away because them can't support your thing. And yeah, I mean, it ain't right, man. It ain't right. I'm just saying it ain't right. So here's the deal. I'm going to just give from the get-go. If you ask me for the support and I can't support you, I will. The difference is, I'm going to tell you straight up, if I can, I cannot. Right? If you want to vex, you vex. I'm still going to invite you. Vex all you want. I'm still going to invite you to Christmas dinner. Still invite you to Thanksgiving. 4th of July, grilling in the backyard. Still going to do it, right? But at the end of the day, me nah support a thing there. All right? Thank y'all for rocking out with me. I'm going to leave you with this one. It's Chesedek. It's called Because I'm Black. It's a big tune, all right? Gonna be giving away a vinyl this week for this Chesedek album called Hello Africa. Follow me on social media at my G Cole. I got 2 vinyls I'm giving away.
Come crucify I because I'm black. The one come persecute I because I'm black. The one come execute I because I'm black. The one come scrutinize I because I'm black.
I love that meme.
The whole of all we are one family tree, created equally to live in harmony. Then why should I be fighting to be free? Don't make yourself to me, down pressure to me. Your hate was all
Charge of yourself for money.
Come crucify I because I'm black. You want come demonize I because
Thanks for rocking out, Julianne. Mish, always a pleasure.
come penalize I because I'm black. You want come scrutinize I because I'm black. Black people, the first people on the earth. Black people gave birth to the people of the earth. Black people show love to the people of the earth. Yet the same black people been treated as the worst. Are everywhere I
No such thing, Mish. No such thing.
there is always
Big up Tamarack. Big up Plantation. Big up Sunrise.
if you're
Lauder Hill.
around, if you're
Coral Springs, Coconut Creek.
the back.
Palm Beach too.
Demonize I because I'm black. You want come penalize I because I'm black. Don't come crucify I because I'm black. You want come brutalize I because I'm black. Hey.
I thank y'all so much for the support, man. I appreciate it, all right? Big time, big time, big time. I appreciate it. Remember, it's all about that support. You ain't entitled to it, so guess what? I appreciate it when you get it. Mish, thank you so much for the support. And I'm going to say this to everybody out there that logs in and supports G. Cole. The minute I start doing something that you cannot support, it's all good. I appreciate you telling me, all right? I'm in now feel nowhere.
Fighting to be free.
Me nah feel nowhere.
Yourself to
If I bring some ill endeavor to you,
start to
don't support it neither, trust me.
your hate was all you showed. Well, love is what we need to grow. Don't come crucify I because I'm black. You want come persecute I because I'm black. You want come execute I because I'm black.
I want to say a blessed afternoon to you all.
Eliminate I.
Remember to follow us on social media at my G. Cole, all right? I'm out of here.
Want come deep
This one's Chesedek, and I got that conversation coming up real soon, too.
black.
Thank everybody that support the program, even when I'm traveling and on the road.
I and I because I'm black.
I appreciate y'all, man. It means the world, all right?
Enslaved I and I.
You gotta roll, though.
Brainwash I and I because I'm black. Deceive I and I because I'm black. Persecute I and I. Crucify I and I.
Chesedek, because I'm black. The album is Hello Africa. Again, we're giving away some vinyl.
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole。
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.